Hello, good evening, everyone. Hopefully, I've done this correctly and I don't get any surprise guests. I'm sorry I was a little bit stressed out in the last one. I don't usually do it that way, and we actually went live. And then there's a bunch of comments, and there are worse things. I'm not like, oh, woe is me, but it is a little bit more stressful for me to do it like that. So, going back to doing it the way I like to do it. And so let's go on ahead. So I don't need to do anything too terribly earth-shattering exciting today, but there are some things I want to make progress on, because once I do them, I'll really be able to kind of see the design the way I want it to look. So I've been working on this, my funfetti cake. Y'all watched me make the cake layers, and y'all watched me do the fake frosting, and we put some of the pink on here. I have started one by one gluing the sprinkles onto the cake. And I'm going to put a bunch of sprinkles up here. So I've started gluing the sprinkles onto the cake, but it takes time. I do work on that at Craft Culture when I'm upstairs and, they're customers, but they're just browsing. They don't need me, but I need to be there in case they do need me. So when I'm up there hanging out like that, you might see me working on some sprinkles. Or today I was putting my downtime activity, if you will, was putting the rhinestones on the everything bagel for the demo, because that kit is out. She looks awesome. I'm very pleased. Gotta hydrate. I'm very pleased with that, but I do want to go ahead. So what I've got here, is it you? Is it you? Yeah, I think it's this. I think this is going to be enough. So I've mixed together some Impossible Things and some Green Thumb to give it a little bit of kind of a tealish color. I'm going to show it to you I'm not about to put it on the cone. I'm going to make that kind of like a minty, bubblegummy sort of. It's not a real flavor, I guess. It's going to just look pretty. I hope. The plan is for it to look pretty. But I do want to get that on there. Part of me was like, oh, I could do Cold Enough for Pants and have it really be blue bubble gum. But I think, or I could do Impossible. I'm having a very hard time with this decision, which is part of why let me see if I have Cold Enough for Pants. Y'all wait 1 sec. 1 sec for me, please. Stand by while I check the glitter. I kind of am now waffling and feeling like I want to do Cold Enough for Pants. It would be that. No, that's a little strong. All right, I'm going to stand by my decision. I'm going to stay the course and do this kind of minty blue. I'm going to make it a little bit bluer, a little bit more bubblegummy, and a little bit less. I'm trying to kind of match this blue of the blue sprinkle. Or do I just want to do Impossible Things? Oh, this one's really flummoxing me, guys. Sorry, I had my mind made up, and then once I sat down to actually do it, now I'm freezing up a little bit. All right, it's going to have pink. Yeah, all right. A little bit more blue, and then we're calling it. Sorry, y'all. Brief panic. Panic at the Disco. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That's going to be good. And we're going to put a ton of candy and stuff on there, so no need to get too stressed out about it. And if we don't like it, we can always change it. We can always put something else on top of it. It ain't over till it's over. So I'm going to paint this the same way that I did my, come on brain, my Rainbow Sherbet scoop. She's down there. The same way I did my Rainbow Sherbet scoop, I'm going to paint on top of this styrofoam As you will perhaps recall, I made the styrofoam into this ice cream scoop by sort of breaking a round piece and gluing it back together, and then making that little row around the bottom. The row around the bottom is really where the scraps of styrofoam come together. But I did want to go ahead and get the blue started on this, because that I think is going to really kind of tell me what the overall composition is going to look like. Then I can start making decisions about, do I want a cherry? Do I want bubble gum? What candy? I know I want candy, but what candy? I was looking at a picture and I was like, that's exactly what I want that to look like. Blue with hot pink sauce with light pink whipped cream and a big red cherry in it. So that's kind of where I'm going. And also, you know, I'm getting a little bogged down in the details, and I don't need to do that. Good enough is good enough, you know? Every decision is going to be fine. If I do a little more blue or a little more teal, it's going to be fine. The stakes are low, you know? You don't put it together a throw and go, oh no, I've ruined everything. It's a catastrophe. Sometimes you're making something and you make it and you're loving it and you make a choice and you don't love it as much, but it's still fine. So, you know, a little bit of I talked myself onto the ledge and I'm talking myself back off. So we can just chill and it's going to be just fine. Either way, it's going to be fine. It's all going to work one way or another. The important thing at this point for me is to kind of make a decision, see how it feels, see what the vibe is. Do I want to like fully go? I just made I just paid a lot of lip service to that, and like I'm freaking out because like, do I want to go fully mint chocolate chip? Nobody would have mint chocolate chip with funfetti. We're gonna stick to the bubblegum blue with a little bit of teal vibes. Right, because if we go fully mint green, it's not gonna balance. The blue and the pink is gonna feel kind of fun, kid party, inner child goodness with sprinkles and candy and whipped cream. We're not going to do mint or like mint chocolate chip or pistachio or anything because those are grown-up colors. This is going to be blue cotton candy for the inner child to enjoy. All right. Okie dokes, here we go. I'm committing to it and I love it. Cute. Part of me is like, I could smooth it out a little bit with a little bit of a blender. I could blend a little Miss Maze in there to kind of make it a little softer, a little more pastel, but I think I want it bright. I think I want it vivid. I think this one is going to be kind of bright, fun colors that are childlike, that are an enjoyable sort of unapologetically whimsical. That's what we're doing with this. So yeah, it's a big blue ice cream cone, unapologetically whimsied, but it's going to get a lot of pink sauce and icing and stuff, or whipped cream. But I like that. I feel good about that. Okay, you know, we made a decision and I like the decision. She's looking very whimsical. And I can definitely see I missed some spots, but that's okay because she's just the first. Hey, Maddie. You got a sec, bud? I want your opinion. Does this ice cream cone look fun?
Yes, it looks amazing.
It looks amazing?
It looks beautiful.
Would you eat it up?
If it wasn't covered in glitter.
Well, yes. No, I mean, if it was real. That's all I need. I said to Maddie, would you eat it up? And he's like, if it wasn't covered in glitter, like I'm the ding dong. And I am. I'm the ding dong. Okay. We're looking so good. Okay. I'm pleased with it. Whew. Blue cotton candy, baby. And we'll put some like bright hot pink raspberry drizzle sauce on there and a big old dollop of pink whipped cream. And we're going to put even more sprinkles on her. She's going to get a ton of sprinkles and it's going to be super cute. All right. Progress. That was the only one that I was like, waffling a little bit about my decision. So I'm glad we made the decision. I feel good about it. It's going to look, even the more details we add, the better it's going to look, but it's already looking great. Okay, let me put my little syrup bottles that I did on my last live. I've got the syrup bottles drying. I'm going to add ink to these when they're dry, but they are not dry. You can see my red one is still a little cloudy. When it's dry, it will be clear. So I'm going to put those in the dehydrator. Those take a while to dry. That's just how it is. Okay. Wrap them up. Getting stuff into the dehydrator. All right, into the dehydrator it goes. Beautiful. The next thing I want to do that is like in the category of bright color that's going to contribute a lot to the overall aesthetic. So we started putting the purple on this rainbow girl. She's going to need a second coat, obviously. I can see a ton of bald spots. And I've got my purple confetti ready. Is this clean? It's pretty clean, but I'm going to, just to be safe, put it into my purple Especial. When you brush it off, if you're not like completely sure that it's totally clean and you don't want to put it back into your clean, but you don't want to waste it, I keep little bottles going of like different colors of Especial so that I can use them for first coats. That just saves money. All right, so what I want to do now is make this cup blue. And when I do this, you can see I got all these alcohol ink drips on there. So if this had been a white cup, like the white cup on my other two snowballs, it would have been a problem. Or it wouldn't have looked right. So we're going to do Ripper to Shreds on this, a nice, bright, vivid blue. And the blue and the purple with the rainbow is going to be so cute and pretty. And we will put the drips where we need to put the drips to cover our little sins and our little seams. But that is okay. There are always, you do your best, but there are always ways to cover up the mistakes. It's low-key in that way. This is going to be so pretty. Wait and see, y'all. Message in a Bottle would have also been pretty, but I kind of like the intensity. The rainbow color is so vivid. Gumbo Z would have been cute too, but you would have kind of lost a little something there. Whoops, I missed the underneath the cup. That's okay, because I can see the general design. So I went a little too fast and I missed some big spots. But the only one who has to suffer for my error is me. But isn't that looking cute? It's going to be purple in the front, blue in the back, rainbow all around. I think that's very Lisa Frank in a very fun way. Do I want to try to... Like, am I wanting to do some touch-ups on the purple? I'm not right now. Oh, I forgot. I got the rainbow trim, but it's in my other bag. That's all right. We'll do it next time. But there's my rainbow girl. She's looking really cute. We gotta let her dry. Who's next? Okay, I will do the rest of the grape purple on her. And when all the glitter is done, and the white cup needs another coat as well. And I need white on the bottom of the shoe and the bottom of the cup. But I'm going to go ahead and finish the grape because today we're like finishing stuff that impacts the overall composition more. So like I can look at a white cup and be like, all right, that's had one coat. It's going to look better when it has two coats. But the difference between seeing the colors fully mapped out and seeing the colors not all fully mapped, but doubled in some spots, I think it's a bigger difference. So we're kind of turning a corner, I think, is what I'm saying. Like the pieces are all coming together. We know where everything's going to go. And once we get to that point in the process, we can kind of autopilot a little bit. And so then I'll probably What'll probably happen has been what's been happening. I kind of focus on the design, on what I want to go where. I kind of figure out, okay, this bit is going to be this color and this bit is going to be that color. And, you know, I kind of figure the balance out. And then once I get to the point where I'm still working, but kind of at cruising altitude, once I get to that point, I'll start doing the design work. I'll start working on the berry baskets and the fences a little bit. There are many steps in the process and they all have very different vibes. Okay, so she's going to be grape all over. Looking so good. So I did the first coat of that kind of purplish, it's a mix, that kind of purplish, slightly pinkish color in the ultrafine. And now, do I want to put another coat of, I don't really need to, but I'm going to put another coat of the grape crystal. And I say grape. The color is Purple Drank, and it is one of the cocktail glitters. And the cocktail glitters at Craft Culture, they are named after cocktails, but the signifier of a cocktail glitter at Craft Culture is that it is a mix of sizes, and it's a crystalline semi-sheer, so it looks sort of frosty, like if you'd gotten a drive-through daiquiri. Chunks of the chunks of ice would be kind of the different shimmer. All right. Okay, that's looking good. And I was thinking, oh, it'd be fun to put some little fake purple grapes on there. But what I think I'm actually going to do on her, what I think I'm actually going to do on her is I'll put this marabou. I'll show you guys what I'm going to do. So that's all of her grape done. She looks great. When she dries, we'll do the second coat of white on the cup. We'll do the second coat of white on the platform. We'll do the first and second coat of white on the bottom of the shoe. She will need her accessories, a straw and a spoon. I'll show you guys kind of what I do with the spoon and the straw and how I do that. Because I do have some tricks for that, but that comes a little later. And then I'm going to put a little bit of marabou on her front. I think it just looks fun and fluffy, but we're going to let her dry. We're going to finish all the glittering. We're going to let her dry. We're going to trim her. I'll probably do maybe silver, maybe white. We'll see. This cup is going to be a jazz cup, meaning I'm going to do the squiggle of blue and the squiggle of purple. But yeah, she's looking good. She looks really, that's a very clean lines, well executed shoe. Okay, next snowball. Let me clean my area up a little bit because I'm going a little hot and heavy today. All right, so let me clean my area. So this is the shoe, the other snowball I've been working on. It's a Nectar Cream, as you can see. And I tried the kind of soft pink, and I do like the soft pink. But I think I want it. I like how this is matchy-matchy. It feels more harmonious. The pink of the Nectar Cream Snowball is so bright and beautiful. I feel like the shoe is kind of like, ugh. So I'm going to do this whole shoe in the pink of the Pussyfoot and Pink. But I also got some, this is another cocktail glitter. This is called Cosmopolitan. And this one is the pink cocktail glitter. And it's going to, I think, look great. So let's get down to business. So this pink, I'm going to put the Pussyfoot and Pink on top of it. Spread it nice and thin. I catch this edge pretty tight because I might put some trim on there, but I would like the edge to be clean with or without trim, if possible. I've got a few little flecks of my purple in there, but I think it'll be all right. And this one, same thing. I will finish it up and I will put some marabou on the front. But first, I got to get all my glitter done. taking out the big flakes that snuck in there. Though they're not a big, huge deal. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to have to get some more glue cups ready before I move on to the kind of clean portion. All right, that's my pussyfoot in pink. And I just think this is going to make the, yeah, that just makes the whole thing look pretty. Nice. Very nice, very nice. I was also thinking about putting, I know I mentioned this in the last one, I'm thinking about putting some little bees on this one. Just as a nod to the fact that bees drink nectar and it's a nectar snowball. And also I love bees. I know we don't want to have a bee in our snowball, but I think that'd be cute. We'll have some imaginary bees in this imaginary snowball. How about that? All right, yeah, I like that a lot. Wow. Get all the loose glitter off there. Okay, I like that a lot. I think that's really looking pretty. Grape snowball, nectar snowball. Looking good. All right, let me put the, I could probably leave it like this. It looks great, but I do like that. I do like the effect of the bigger chunks, but you could absolutely do it either way. If I had just all the time in the world, I would love to just make every flavor of snowball because I love making these. This is part of my difficulty is sometimes I finish making one and I just want to make like 20 more, but then I think I want to make 20 more and sometimes I get bored or I don't know. It's very hard to predict what I'm going to want to do from day to day. But this has been great. Doing the YouTube videos has made me way more accountable isn't the right word because I know y'all wouldn't, you know, be mad at me if I switched around to stuff. And I am jumping around a lot. So I'm like, this is the version of me that is on track. Y'all can imagine what that means in terms of the version of me that is watching, you know, nobody's watching and I'm real loosey-goosey. Yeah, that's really pretty. So pretty. The big chunks look nice and icy. And I know that like a quality snowball, the ice should be smaller. So I'm saying like it looks like big chunks of ice. And that would not be a good thing. But in terms of the visual, I think it reads nice. All right, let me put this back in here. All right. So that's our nectar cream snowball so far. And I think I'm going to zhuzh this cup up a little bit. I'm going to put Pussyfoot in Pink on the bottom of this shoe. This one, because it has the platform, I'm doing white and white on the bottom. This one, I'm just doing the whole shoe in pink. But those are my cute girls, and they look so cute. And yeah, all right. Who else needs something today? You need your trim. Your bottles are drying, and I got your trim. I need to do your squiggle, but I'll probably do all the squiggles at once. You need more. You need a little trim, and you need more ice cream on your scoop. Yeah, I've got to, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, and then that's going to be it for me today. Working on the nectar. We did the first coat of the pink stripe. We need to do another coat of the pink stripe, and then another coat of the green, and we'll do green on the bottom and orange. Do I want to do orange on the whole bottom? That's probably a little better balance, actually. Let me do that. Yeah, let me do that. And then this, I'm trying to decide if I want to be really brave and put ice cream texture all the way on here, or if I just want to glitter it and do it like that. It might be cool to have this part of the shoe look like it's made out of ice cream. That would take me a while, you know, but I'm brave. I could probably do it. What time is it? 25? Yeah. All right. I'm going to think about that. But I know that I want to, do I want to do orange on the whole bottom and green on the side? Yeah. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. You know, this phase where we're kind of figuring it out, where we're deciding who's going to go where, that's just a different energy than once we've already made all the artistic decisions and we're just coasting and vibing and running on faith, trust, and pixie dust. Okay. That's going to get orange. Did I put my orange away? No, I had it out. I definitely had it out. Didn't I? That's not the orange I'm using for this. That's the orange. I found another snowball in my, y'all must think I have shoes tucked everywhere, because I do. Oh, yep, that was a ding dong move. Queen of the ding dongs, that's me. But I found it. And I am forever in workshops saying, make sure you have everything you're going to use before you start adding your glue. You don't want to be looking for your glitter. Do as I say, not as I do, I guess. So that's cute. That's very cute. Maybe I could do I'm struggling with what to do up here. I like having the neons color blocked. I think that's really pretty. I'm wondering if I should do the sherbet on the shoe. I could do the gold on the shoe. It wouldn't really make sense, but it might be cute. I could put some of the gold waffle texture. Oh, that would have been cute to do on the base, but it's okay. It's too late now. Is it too late now? Yeah, we'll leave it color blocked. Maybe I'll just be nice, like keep it simple and do green on the top and then the colors. Maybe I'll do this green. I don't know. This is a toughie. I love the way this looks. I think it's outstanding. I really like it. I'm trying to decide if it would be cute with this in the waffle cone texture. What I'm going to do is when this dries, when the orange stripe dries, I'm going to shake a little bit of glitter in some different color options with no glue. And I'm going to look and see how they feel to me. But I need the orange to be dry before I do that. Because if I shake a little bit of gold on there and I don't like it, I'm going to get gold in my orange and I don't want to. But I do think I want to do orange on the... I can do the orange on the bottom. I was checking to see if the shoe would sit in such a way that the wet glue on the side wasn't touching. But yeah, I like the neon color blocks a lot. I just got to figure out what to do with like this part of the shoe. The part that goes over the foot. That's my last big decision to make in terms of the overall composition of this shoe. But then I think I'm probably done for now. I know what I need to do. Everyone who I worked on today, I know what the next couple of sessions on them are. That's cute. Cute little neon girl. So yeah, just need to decide what to do here. And I'm going to think about it, but I think the best way for me to do that is to let this orange dry. And then I'm going to sprinkle. The gold would probably be pretty cute. I don't know. The rainbow sherbet would be really cute too. Sorry, this is what it looks like behind the scenes, guys. Me going, I don't know. What if I did this or what if I did this? That's a lot of what it is. Okay, so we have done good progress on our rainbow snowball. She looks really cute. She's going to be really pretty when I trim her. I got to decide what kind of trim I want to do on her. Silver or gold, or I'm going to see. I think the rainbow isn't going to work with her because I think the bold colors I've used are a little strong. But she's really looking beautiful, and I love her very much. She needs another coat of purple. She needs another coat of blue, and then she needs 2 coats of purple here, 2 coats of blue here. No problem. So we've got the nectar cream snowball, the grape snowball, and the rainbow snowball. Excuse me. Grape, nectar cream, rainbow. So those are the snowballs so far. They're looking very cute. I'm going to zhuzh up her cup. All the cups need a second coat, so we're going to give them to them. And then this girl she's probably my favorite of the batch so far. The, really kids party one is really, she's given me some really fun vibes, and I am enjoying that a lot. So those are my girls so far. Thank you for joining me. We're going to keep it rolling. We're probably getting to the point where these are kind of worked out. I need to show you guys how to do the drips. I need to show you guys how I do the spoons and the straws and the toppings and the cherries and stuff. So we do still have a little bit more of stuff to teach when it comes to these. But for the most part, I've shown you guys kind of what I'm going to show you on these. I do still need to show how I make the ice cream cone. I've talked about it a little bit, and I mentioned it on my Patreon. But I do need to show how I do that. I know that I still owe y'all. I said I would show what it looks like when I rinse.
Hey, Mom, can I have some blueberries?
Yeah, sure, bud. What it looks like when I rinse lettering off of the shoe. I do want to do that. I think I actually have a video of that I could show y'all, but it's a little older. And then, yeah, we've got a little more sculpting to do. We've got a lot more glittering to do, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm feeling like I kind of know where they're going. Look how pretty they are. Strawberries? Sure, bud. All right, I'm going to go make sure the fruit bat has enough fruit to eat. Thank